Step 1, set out all of your ingredients. So you should have your wok, the meat, any of your toppings and shells that you're going to use, the red pepper, the onion, and then your utensil. Place a little bit of olive oil in the bottom of your pan and turn it on to medium-high. Turn the stove to medium-high. Add the meat, whether it's beef or chicken. Add it to the pan and stir it up until it is completely done. The meat will turn from red to brown. And remember, the spoon that you're using cannot touch the counter or any other surface because it has raw meat on it. So either have a designated spot to set it, like a plate, or leave it on top of the meat in your. If you stay right next to the stove, you can begin prepping your veggies. I'd start with the onion and make sure to watch the meat so that it's not burning. And when you cut an onion, try not to cry. Cut the ends off, and we'll keep them into strips since it's going to be for fajitas. Cut the onion into thin strips and then peel apart your rainbow onion here so that you have a pile of onion strips. Make sure to keep watching your meat and stir it so it doesn't burn. We'll move our onion slices into a little bowl so we have room to cut our pepper. As you're stirring your meat, or if you have chicken and you're using the tongs to flip it, as you're cooking your meat, watch the color change. And if you need to use a thermometer to test the temperature, go ahead and do so. Transfer the meat from the wok into the bowl and turn your stove off. As you can see, the meat is all brown. Set the wok off to the side and now cut your pepper. First, you cut off the top. Then you pull out all of the seeds that are in the middle. And then turn it upside down, cut it in half, and use your roller cutter to cut thin strips of pepper. Watch your fingers. Return the wok back to the stove and add a little bit of oil at the bottom again. And you'll turn it on to medium heat. You'll now have your strips of pepper and your onions and your meat, and we will saute our vegetables. So add the peppers and onions to the wok. As you can see, it'll start to sizzle and our onions will become translucent. And these onions are in the shape of a rainbow, but they are a red onion. Once you've added both the onions and the peppers, continue to saute it in the oil for 3 to 5 minutes. If you're using a steak or you've made chicken, you may have to cut it up into strips. I used some shredded beef, so I don't need to cut mine. I'll just add it to the wok once my veggies are done. The peppers and onions are done, so we'll add in our meat and follow the package on the fajita mix. And I personally like the seasoning for the chicken, but you can do it for steak and you can mix and match whatever you want. And so on the back, it gives you the instructions and it says to heat and cook all of those things. And then in that same skillet, we're going to add our mix into the blend. You can add in other seasonings like salt and pepper and garlic, any hot sauce. It's your fajitas, mix it how you want. And after it's completely mixed, turn off the heat and let it simmer. Once the mix is stirred in with your meat and vegetables, you can begin to build your fajitas. You can use tacos or nachos or eat it just like this. I now will use the tongs to bring some of the mix onto my tortilla. And then I'll add cheese on top and microwave it for 10 seconds just to warm up the tortilla. Don't forget to turn off your stove and clean up your mess when you're done. Enjoy!